Well, we've been talking about this today. Microsoft Word has added a new inclusiveness feature that highlights phrases that might offend someone based on gender in their mind. Age, sexual orientation, or ethnicity, goes down the list. Here to react, biotech entrepreneur and Woke Inc. author Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek, welcome back. I can't believe there's 250 million Microsoft users, and now they're going to be corrected if they're not using politically correct terms.
Well, George Orwell said it well, Brian. The way to first control a society is to control its language. And he was right. And the thing is, Microsoft is one of those companies that actually hasn't been in the limelight on the social controversies, on the woke orthodoxy. They've kept it behind the scenes. But now they're effectively using the same tools that they used to correct for grammatical errors or spelling mistakes. It's literally the same tools that now pop up to correct for political correctness. And I'm sorry, Neil Armstrong's famous quote said one giant leap for mankind. He didn't say humankind. It might have been perfectly fine if he did. But according to these reports, now actually they're going to suggest an autocorrect for using Neil Armstrong's famous quote to be able to say humankind, something he didn't say, rather than mankind.
Unbelievable.
And I think that that's a trivial example, but I think it reveals the agenda that's at work here.
I mean, let's just expand it for people who are just hearing this story for the first time. Here's some of the switches we can expect to see. Mail carrier or postal worker instead of postman. Mankind, you just mentioned, is now humankind. Humanity, or humanity, we can use too. That's nice of them. This is a big one. Showgirl, no longer good. Now we're going to say dancer, performer, or performing artist. What a relief. Instead of mistress, this will be great. We'll have lover. Wow, I feel better already. Instead of manpower, workforce. Instead of heroine, hero. Some of these just absolutely ridiculous, but political correctness has now got into our keyboard, into our computer, into our phone. Scary.
This is a mechanism of mind control. And look, am I really bothered or staying up at bed at night because of any one of those examples? Of course not. But it's another example of the power that these tech titans have to control the entire mind of a society. And I think the fact that they're using it to advance this political agenda is something that we got to see through. Now, Brian, you've frequently heard from people over the last couple of years, great, if you don't like the product, stop using it. Well, I think that hasn't actually been realistic when you have network effects to these products. But at some point, that dam is going to break, and you're actually going to see somebody take them up on that offer and create new high-quality products in response. We haven't seen that yet. Right. I think it's going to happen in the next couple of years.
So I know you and I agree on this, and I don't have a Gallup poll website. But I'm just wondering, when you walk around and talk to people, are they getting fed up with this on the left and right of this control, of this political correctness? Is it going beyond our channel?
I mean, I live here in Central Ohio. I live in Columbus, Ohio. It's where I'm talking to you from. I can tell you my neighbors here are fed up with this, and that goes beyond politics. Left, right, center, classical liberals, I think, are every bit as fed up as conservatives on this issue. But I think that creates the opportunity for what I call the 150 million, Brian, in this country, who are hungry for messages that go beyond the diversity, equity, inclusion, woke orthodoxy that corporate America's embraced, to just basic American principles that we used to take for granted 20 years ago. The idea that the content of your character trumps the color of your skin. The idea that capitalism is a great system to lift people up from poverty, and to say that, you know what, we're not going to apologize for those things. And if that means saving capitalism from corporate America, then guess what? We do need to save capitalism from corporate America, but it's going to take new competitors and brave souls willing to do it. I see that coming, and I think it's coming in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, when you have people like Bill Maher speaking out, and you have other superstars who you would associate with the liberal left saying, I can't live my life now, I can't do stand-up comedy now, now I can't go on Microsoft Word without being harassed. I think hopefully people will agree with us. Vivek Ramaswamy, thanks so much. Appreciate it. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Brian. You too.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.